What song you got stuck in your head these days?
We have nice songs playing, but you guys come in so early that we have to turn everything off.
We were everything. That was quite a performance by the team and your line last night. What did you like the most?
Competitiveness. I like their special teams a lot, with penalty kill and power play wise. Pressure on the kill. Sure clears, talking a lot in our zone. Draws one. Power play wise, obviously, we're getting shots on net, around the net. Second opportunities that we're putting in.
Hey Mitch, I know it was only one game, a big one tomorrow night, but how important was it to quiet the noise a bit around the team, in the city, that sort of thing, after winning just 1-6?
Yeah, I mean, I think none of us were happy with the performances the last couple games before last game, so we knew we needed to put a bigger and better effort forward, and I thought we answered that pretty well last night, but obviously another big challenge here tomorrow with Colorado coming in.
What was it like to play with Nate, play with Cale, and obviously you see on the winning goal in the tournament, Cale and you kind of exchange glances before the puck goes around. Just what was that like, and what did you learn about those guys that maybe you didn't know playing against them all those years?
Well, I mean, I think just from hearing everything, and I mean, you see highlights all the time, especially of Nate and Cale just doing some crazy things. I was really actually impressed with Taze just with his calmness and his presence out there as well, and just defensively. And him and Cale work so well together as a team pairing that I think just brings a lot of steadiness to your team. But obviously with Nate, I mean, there's the speed up ice, the play he can make with the puck in his hands when you give him a little bit of time and space. So. It was a fun time to play with those guys. It's always a challenge to go against them, but it's something to look forward to.
Nate's got a reputation as being pretty intense. Like, what did you pick up on them behind the scenes?
Yeah, no, that's definitely accurate. I mean, I've done a couple camps with them before, and that's something you appreciate and you admire. Is regardless if it's a summer skate or a hockey game or a massive game, his compete and his demeanor is always the same, which is something you can take away from it, and I think try to learn off and try to do yourself too.
Austin's in his first season as captain. What was your perspective on how he handled this adversity you guys just went through? And obviously he comes through with 2 big goals. Like, what did you notice in regards to the leadership side from him during this last stretch?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we've been through some tough stretches before when John was captain and we were assistants. So there's only one way to get really through that stuff, and that's as a team, and I think that's what we did. Like I said last night, from 5-on-5 to probably kill the power play. So that's something to take a lot of pride in. But yeah, I mean, we knew we needed to be better. We all spoke about it. So we did last night. But like I said, it's another big challenge going forward.
What was the message from Gray after practice for you?
It was a private one. But I mean, it was nothing crazy. It was just talking about what we're doing tomorrow for morning skate and not.
You guys had the Colorado game under control, obviously, late penalty and all that sort of thing. What changes do you have to make mentally, I guess, to play against that team, very good team, obviously?
Yeah, try to play in their zone more than they play in our zone. They got a very fast, skilled team over there, and I mean, you give them time and space in your own zone, they can make some stuff happen. So. Obviously, you don't want to take any penalties, give their power play opportunities to feel the puck and feel good.
You've seen Austin get hot over the years. You mentioned they're going to fall eventually. Do you get a sense that this might be the start of a hot streak for him?
Hopefully. I mean, I think the thing is, we're not really caring too much about that. We're just trying to play good hockey and know the results will come off it, and I think that's what we did last night. We played the right way. We played, I thought, good in all 3 zones. We got results in the power play, which is great to see. So, like I said, I mean, they'll fall eventually for him. It's you don't need to get nervous about.
Willie's got points in every single game this month, second most goals in the league. What stands out about the way he's playing right now?
Yeah, it's great. He's being assertive with the puck. He's taking pucks to the net. He's shooting a lot of pucks. He's hanging on to them as well. So when Will's doing that, that's when he's at his best.
What's it like having John's kids around?
Yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun. Just the smile and the energy they bring, and how much love they have for us. It's always a lot of fun to see them and talk to them about what's been going on with them. And now they're getting into hockey themselves, so it's pretty cool just talking to them about how they're doing with that, and getting updates from John on the weekend when we're on the road or something about what they did.
What have you noticed about what kind of dad he's like?
Yeah, he's a great dad. Great father to his kids, man. It's awesome to see. Something that you really appreciate about him is how intense of a hockey player he is, but when it comes to being a father, just the loving and caring side of him. And like I said, it's a lot of fun when he brings the kids around. I try to get him to bring them around a lot more, but obviously it's it's a busy schedule. It's not too many guys in this room with kids his age, so it's tough to maybe bring them around sometimes, but it's always fun when they come.
What did you like most about the team's performance last night?
I thought we played well. I thought our serve was really good. We got a lot of shots. Special teams did well. And Waller played well in that. So we did a good job overall. So.
What did you like about your line's performance? What made you guys so effective right from the jump?
Yeah, I thought we were good. I thought we, kind of moved the puck, behind the net well. Got chances for each other. Just created rebounds and chaos in front of the net. I thought we did a good job and just kept it on their half the ice.
Austin gets two, sees two go in. You get the sense you've seen him get hot in the past. Like this could be the start of a heater for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never really surprised when he scores. I don't think anyone is. Hopefully he can catch some fire here and keep it going.
What did you notice about him on the leadership side during this stretch? The adversity of 5 of 6. It's his first year as captain. What stood out about the way he approached that?
Yeah, I mean, I just love that his game didn't change. I thought he played, well defensively. He was still making plays and creating chances, and he got a handful of assists and was creating plays. It's nice to see it fall for him now.
What's it like going up against McMann?
It's hard. It's difficult. The speed he has. Plays a lot of the game. I think he's really dangerous when he gets the puck in his stick in the neutral zone, and his ability to kind of maneuver and get around defenders. It's pretty unique. So it's gonna be hard to deal with. But I think we just gotta stay above him and try to contain him.
McCarr's on pace for 30 goals, which hasn't happened for a defenseman in a long time in NHL. What do you notice when you're out there against him? What makes him so effective?
Yeah, I think he's dangerous when he gets it on the blue line. He makes one move, and it's pretty hard to kind of track. Especially being a winger going up to him, it's you got to kind of stay composed and try not to get beat. But he's very dangerous and can make the right play. So I think if we stay composed and try to get in his shooting lane, I think we will do a good job against him.
What's it like having John's kids around?
It's fun. It's nice. I miss them. I haven't seen them in quite a while now. So it's always fun to see them around here, and how much they love being a little Maple Leaf.
Yeah. Do they ask you questions when you see them, like your Uncle Matthew?
Not Uncle Matthew, no. I think,
Okay.
but mostly, yeah. I mean, just they come up, give you a high five, and I don't know, hit you in the shin with their stick or something like that. But it's fun to have them around here. I think everyone's excited to see them.
What do you think last night's win can do for you guys moving forward in terms of just, I guess, wanting to push through the end of the season?
Yeah, I think last night was a good step in the right direction. It's just one game, but I think that that kind of momentum is going to be very important for us. We have just a handful of road trips left, and so yeah, it's important to get these points. And it's going to be a tight race at the very end. So we got to be playing our best hockey when it comes to the end there.
Willie's got points in every single game this month, second most goals in the league. What stands out about the way he's playing?
Yeah, I mean, he's dynamic. He makes plays all the time. He's shooting the puck really well right now, and I think he's really helped out on our power play a lot, making those plays and seeing the ice very well. So he's been doing a great job, and
Does he seem feistier than usual? Like we've seen him maybe in some scrums?
Yeah, here and there. He's not backing down from anything, but yeah, it's always fun to watch that.
Okay. What did the team like the most? Or what did you like the most about the team's effort last night?
Just came out hard right from the get-go. I think that was our plan. It's just take control of the game right away. I think we did that, and then also staying patient with it, and then seeing it come along in the second period, drawing some penalties, and then capitalizing. Our power play did a really good job, so we're happy with that.
Austin's line comes out the first shift. He ends up scoring 2 goals. First year's captain. The team was going through adversity. I'm just curious what your perspective was on how he handled things this last little stretch.
Yeah, I think he was great. He never really wavered from any belief or anything. We're not panicking by any means. Just strong leadership. He was leading on the ice, leading in the room. talking guys through it and just reiterating that we're a great team and we have what it takes to roll these teams if we want to.
You've seen him get hot in the past, like 2 goals last night. Do you get a sense he could be heating up here?
Yeah, I mean, you never know with that guy. He could be putting in multiple goal games consecutively. You never know. Just the way he shoots a puck and the way he battles and gets pucks around scoring zones, he could be in there.
What do you think about the chemistry you have when you play with Max Domi and Robertson?
Yeah, I think we like it. I think we're all consistently working hard and knowing that if we play fast and try and get first on pucks, that eventually things are going to go in for us. And it's being patient and trusting that those are the things that are going to work for us.
How much can a win last night push you guys down the stretch with important points on the line?
Yeah, I think that was a big one. We obviously have a couple tough opponents coming up, and we want to get some momentum and feeling that what we're practicing and what our game plan is working. And I felt like we had a lot of instances last night where we were having success and getting good chances and playing good D because of trusting what we've been planning on doing.
Feels like maybe Domi's taking it up a notch here this last little stretch. Like, what's standing out about Max's game here of late?
Yeah, he's had some great games. He's playing with a lot of passion. It's been fun to watch. The Florida game, he was lights out that game. That's some good hockey there. And then he's just been keeping it rolling, and it's nice to be able to play with him.
What's it like for you to see one go in and snap that drought a little bit?
Yeah, it was nice to see it to go in. Just trying to put something heavy on it, and luckily it went in, so I was happy.
In your experience, like, what can that do for you? I know it's 1 goal, but what does that mean to you?
Yeah, definitely not important goal, I guess, in the game, but it's something that always helps the morale, helps the thought process, and makes you feel a little better coming to the rink and knowing that you can definitely hit the back of the net still.
What does the team need to remember about that first game against Colorado? Any sort of adjustments heading into the rematch tomorrow night?
Just that they play tight and they have dangerous guys all the time. So making sure we're staying getting above their speed. They got a lot of speed. Trying to make sure that we don't give them chances to wind it up and stay above them, I think, is the biggest.
What's something that we don't see that makes Max Domi such a good team?
I think he's just checking in with guys a lot. Not afraid to joke around all the time, have a good time. Even though he's missing some teeth, he has a great smile. Just keeps the boys light and enjoying being around the rink.
What do you think about Nick handled things last game? 2 penalties early, it could be easy to get down mentally, and then he responds with a goal.
Yeah, I think that's credit to him growing as a player in this league. And when we play more games, you get more comfortable and understand that things can change so quick. So if you have a couple random circumstances that happen like that, or a couple penalties, things can turn around real quick if you just continue to work.
Obviously, coming off a really good performance, in your experience, like, what's the key to building on that sort of momentum?
I think you look at how you started the game, and how direct we were and on our toes, winning races, shooting pucks, recovering pucks, tracking. You got to do the same thing again tomorrow.
You were in control of that Colorado game last time.
Yeah.
The penalty at the end, and a couple of things happened. How do you have to turn things around this time? Mentally, as well as physically?
Well, more discipline for sure, and not putting them on the power play. It's a hard kill against that power play. So we got to be disciplined. And Colorado's a very good team. They got a lot of good players, and they play a fast, direct game. So we got to be on our toes. We got to be checking well. We got to be in front of them, stay in front of them, and we got to win battles tomorrow. That's going to be a big part of the game, is winning battles in our own zone, getting the puck, exiting out of our zone, and playing fast.
How can McMann use that goal as a bit of a springboard? First and 13 for him.
Yeah, no, I know he's had some opportunities, and Bobby's actually throughout this time he's played pretty well. I mean, puck hasn't gone in the net for him, but I think he's got to just keep using his speed, not change himself as a player. Like, again, I'll say it again. Like, a guy, big body like that, he's got to power forward, use your speed, get under the forward check, but get into the net more. Get into the net more. He'll get more goals if he gets to the net more, because he's a big body that he's got good hands around the net. Like I said, you're going to score goals like he did last night, but consistently, that's not going to happen all the time. So it's about the little things, getting to the net more, rebound chances, things like that. That's where he's going to get most of his goals, in my opinion.
What happens with a line like that when they're so good for stretches, and then that vanishes on them, and then they come back and they're good. Like, what is, from a coaching perspective, is that a frustration? Is that just managing the game differently? Like, when you see them so good and then not so good for a bit?
Well, I think it's a number of things that happen throughout the season. You know, you switch lines up, things get stale, you're not scoring enough, you're not liking what you're seeing as a coach, so you switch things up. And you know, we got Lawton in here, new players, so we were moving things around there too. But that line, and you know, we've always kind of went back to them. They do come up big for us at times, you know, where they score goals and they do a good job. But for me, you know, I think Max Domi's game has gone to another level, and that's the difference.
What has happened, do you think, to his game? Like, is it just the time of year?
To me, he's way more aggressive, you know, is what I see. He's being the player like we want him to be, where he's in people's faces, he's disrupting things, he's using his speed, and you know, he's a playmaker. He can make plays. The guy can pass the puck. So, but for me, it's about the skating.
You mentioned Austin's leadership last night. Like, it's his first year as captain. Like, what did you notice about him off the ice, like away from the scenes during this last stretch where you guys were going through adversity?
He grabbed a hold of the room, and you know, it's not good enough what's going on here. And he went out and, you know, he talked and then he walked. You know, is really what it boils down to. He went out and he led the way with the work and the compete that was needed at the start of the game.
What can that performance do for him? Like, 2 goals, to see it go in the way it did, even though it was on the power play?
Well, it's going to give him confidence, like any player. You know, you get a goal, you're going to feel good about yourself, or 2 goals, you know. So I think it was only a matter of time before they started going in. And, you know, he's probably got a little more confidence today. But, listen, he's a confident guy anyhow. He's not sitting here worrying, well, I don't have as many goals as I had last year. I'll say it again, it's about playing 200 feet and doing the job and being a good leader. And to me, he's been doing a lot of that. You know, I think his defensive game has been good. He works every game, competes. They don't always go in, but he's just got to stay the course.
How have you seen Carlo's game become more comfortable?
Yeah.
Given that, you know, his first game, he goes there, he gets thrown on the ice, and he's looking at Nathan McKinnon eye to eye right from the get-go.
Well, he's getting more comfortable with his partner too, that's for sure. But he's getting more comfortable as a player, settling in here. You know, not only on the ice and at the rink, but outside the rink, and getting more comfortable with everything and the systems and how we want to play. You know, there's systems, but there's a philosophy of how we want to play, and I think he's getting more comfortable with that.
Willie's got points in every single game this month, second most goals in the league. What stands out about the way he's playing right now?
Got a lot of talent. Willie's been working. I think I watch Willie when he's skating, and he's a tenacious player, and he's on pucks and winning those battles and things like that. You know, it's going to be hard to, you know, he's going to get his opportunities. You know, and what Willie does well, I think, is just reads plays really well as a player. Like, he's got a high hockey IQ in that department and gets a lot of opportunities that way.
There aren't many players in the league that can really possess the puck like he does in the offensive zone and make that decision, right?
High possession rate. I don't know where he's at right now in the league, but he was like 8th last time I looked a while ago. He hangs on the pucks. He's strong on pucks. He cutbacks. Like, he's got really good edges on his skates, and you know, he's a possession guy.
What was your first league team picture like? I don't think you were around as a player for that.
It was great. You know, it's awesome. I mean, like I said before, it's an honor to be part of the Leafs organization, and being that pitcher, it means a lot to me.